And we're back. Mike Cernovich, DangerandPlay.com, Guerrilla Mindset. Just got some breaking news for you. Just heard from some sources of mine that the riots on the Berkeley campus are being allowed to happen. The campus police issued a stand-down order. So what a stand-down order means is that police are ordered not to intervene to protect the people who are attending. So when a stand-down order happens, and this came from the highest level, the chancellor even, it seems, when there's a stand-down order, they're allowed to beat up anybody, hit people, shoot people, kill people, and the campus police will not intervene at all. And that's where we're at right now. We are now in a lawless state. I've been telling people a civil war is going to come, and this is one step closer. To those of you, who thought, Mike, you're crazy, there won't be a civil war. What do you got to do now, right? What do you got to do now? When law enforcement fails, that means we have to form our own protection groups. We have to form our own kind of a paramilitary street protection force. So that is where we're at now. We cannot expect to have any kind of official law enforcement backing, at least at the college level. So what we have to do now is we have to form our own paramilitary force, operating within the law, the confines of the law, obviously. But if you're a Trump supporter, don't go anywhere alone. Don't go anywhere alone, and if you wear a hat, you better have people watch your back. If you're lawfully allowed to carry a gun, carry a gun. If you are carrying mace, you have to realize you have a target on your back now, and left-wing liberal governments now, they will let you get beat up. One guy was knocked unconscious. One of the people who wanted to watch Milo's talk was knocked unconscious. So, hey man, this is just the reality. Time to stop being little pussies. Oh, Mike, I'm afraid. Mike, you're too extreme. Mike, you're this. Hey man, I watch my back everywhere I go, because I know that in a liberal area, the police will not protect. The police will not protect Trump supporters. Police are not going to protect Trump supporters. They're not going to protect you if you go to Milo Talk. They're not going to protect you. So that's just the reality. So I don't want to hear people crying, I'm too extreme. Why am I agitating for war? I'm not agitating for war. I'm just calling it like I see them. And if you're a Trump supporter and you wear a Trump hat by yourself and you're in a liberal area, you are asking to get knocked out. Now, it ain't right. It ain't right. But I don't have time for crybabies. Just like when people say, a woman who gets drunk at a frat party and gets raped. It ain't right. It ain't right, but you also have to watch your back. You have to realize that it is a dangerous world. We don't have time to talk about morality. What is fair? Life isn't fair. So if you're going out and you're wearing a Trump hat and you're by yourself and you're in a liberal area, that you will get hit with a baseball bat, smashed in the head, murdered. If you have children, they'll kidnap your children. They'll do whatever it takes to harm you. You're dealing with pedophiles also. Look at that big pedophile ring that was busted today. Like 478 people were involved in this pedophile ring, the spirit-cooking left-wing liberal pedophile ring. So you're dealing with pedophiles on the left, violent people, terrible, 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 horrible people. You're not going to get disavows from the left. So like I said, I advocate only legal, lawful means. It is lawful. I only advocate lawful means. It is lawful that if you're allowed to legally carry a gun, then you should. If you are legally allowed to have a concealed carry permit, then you should carry a gun. And you should know that if you go out by yourself and you wear a Trump hat, you are a target for violence by the left. And again, it ain't my side doing it. So you should know that. You shouldn't be going out by yourself wearing a Trump hat. Now people go, it's not fair to be able to. That's a very childish way of looking at the world. Right? If you wear a Trump hat, you're saying, if you're wearing a Trump hat and you're in a liberal area, the police will not protect you. They will not do their jobs. There are stand-down orders. Look at UC Berkeley. The stand-down order. UC Berkeley, let them sue me. Let them sue me. Tell them I'm making this up. I would love for UC Berkeley to sue me and go, Mike isn't telling the truth. Go ahead and sue me then, Berkeley. I'm saying right now that a stand-down order was handed down. I'm saying it. And if I'm lying, good. The chief of police of Berkeley, they can sue me. Good. Go ahead and sue me, guys. Go ahead and sue me if you're saying what I'm not saying is true. Sue me for libel. Sue me for defamation. Sue me for slander. I don't care. Sue me. I'd love to depose these people that they now allow and tolerate violence from the left. But they won't sue me. They won't sue me because... See? That person heard me talking about Trump and gave me a dirty look. Had to drive away the car like a tough guy, right? He knew how to fuck him up. That's the whole thing. He heard me talking about Trump, looked at me like a little bitch, got in his car and then revved up his engine like a little pussy, right? Because he knew if he'd have said shit, I'd have fucked him up, right? Because that's the thing. I don't have time. I've been telling you guys for 18 months, if you're a man and you're not going to the gym, you're not ready for what's coming. If you're a man and you're not going to the gym, you're not going to the range, if you don't own guns, you're not ready for what's coming. The violence is coming. I don't advocate violence. I advocate self-defense. And the violence is, well, I've been saying the violence was coming before anybody was even attacked. Think back to my periscopes, you know, year and a half, 2 years ago. Well, I don't know, whenever my early periscopes were. Think back to my earlier periscopes. Why go? The rape analogy doesn't help. You're stupid. Blocked. See, a lot of people, they don't think about your safety and your protection is in your own hands. So if people can't handle the reality that there are rapists in this world, there are murderers in this world, there are violent people in this world, there are pedophiles. If people think, oh, you know, I don't like the analogy, then just get out. You're a pussy. Just get out. You can't be here. I don't have time. I don't have time for people who can't handle the reality that we live in a dangerous world where if you wear a Trump hat, you can get smashed in the head with a ball bat, sucker punched, knocked out cold, and then people are going to take your picture and post it on Twitter. Like it's a good thing, right? And the media praises it. The media, there's been countless articles praising all that. So if you can't deal with reality, then you just can't watch my periscopes. You can't read my Twitter. I don't have any time for people who can't recognize the world that we live in. And they want to live in Candyland, fairy tale land, where you can't say that kind of stuff, man. You can't say that. Dude, we are in a fight for our life, and you're worried about words. We are in a fight for our life, literally. So I told people the violence was coming. I said, hey, the violence is coming because the left is not going to give up, and they don't believe in free speech. If you don't believe in free speech and you won't argue with people, then the violence is going to come. Why would the police... The police are fascist and liberals. The Berkeley police are fascists. They want to smash people in the head. So they're going to let other people do their dirty work for them. So, as you know, I'm pro-law enforcement, but the Berkeley police to the Berkeley police, fuck the police, the Berkeley police. Because that's unacceptable, what they're doing. Allowing people to get smashed in the head, not doing anything. Stand-down orders coming down. So... that's what I have to say about that. Just know there's going to be more violence coming. I warned you about it over a year ago. Over a year ago. Milo told Tucker the cops were told to stand down. There you go. So Milo's saying it too. I haven't even watched Milo and Tucker Carlson. So I haven't even watched Tucker Carlson. Right? This is just getting around. Everybody knows now. So Milo, of course, is on Tucker Carlson reporting the same thing, which is that there was a stand-down order given. So everybody knows. So that's the reality. I don't have time for pussies. I have time for people who are afraid of what's coming. If you're afraid of what's coming, just stay home and hide. Just stay home and hide and cry. But don't watch my periscopes. Don't read my Twitter, because I don't want people nipping at me. Because they're offended. Nipping at me. We got people being knocked out in the streets in America. We got people being knocked out in the streets in America. The police are allowing it to happen. And you want to snip at what I say. Snip, snip, snip. You got to go. You got to go. Because what's coming next is... well, I mean, ultimately, we don't have any choice. Ultimately, we have to form our own protection squads. That's what it comes down to. What we have to do now is form our own paramilitary forces. legally, all legal, of course. I'm advocating only lawful conduct, but you don't want to go, just like if you're a woman, don't go in a bad neighborhood by yourself, right? You gotta have somebody watch your back. It's called being smart. Nobody's saying it's fair. Nobody's saying it's a good thing. So it's the same thing. If you're a Trump supporter, and you're wearing a Trump hat, then you better watch your back. Just right there, some guy heard me talking about Trump 5 minutes ago. Heard me talking about Trump, gave me a dirty look, and burns his car out. Because that was all I could do. Because he knew if he came after me, I would have smashed him. I don't have any... If somebody comes after me in a matter of self-defense, I'm not going to give them any kind of mercy at all. So that's just the reality. And you better watch your back, guys. And if you're a woman, they will be raping Trump supporters for sure. If violence against men is allowed, if you're a woman Trump supporter, liberals will start trying to rape you. That's 100% fact. So if you're a woman, you better be prepared for liberals trying to rape you for supporting Trump. And there'll be more violence. And the violence we got is just little. Just little. There's going to be a lot more coming. Be smart. Be street smart. I'm going to go have a good night. Why? Because I'm not rattled. I just give real talk. A lot of people get rattled. But I just tell the truth, man. I live the truth. I watch my back everywhere I go because I realize what kind of world we live in. We live in a world where the police are not going to answer the call in a liberal area. The police are now part of the fascist government. Do what you will. Thanks for tuning in. Mike Cernovich, DangerOnPlay.com, Guerrilla Mindset. Watch your back because they're coming for you. And it's the left, not my side doing this. It isn't violence on both sides. This is one side. Some guy goes, "You talking to..." Yeah, I'm right. How do you de-escalate the left? The violence is here. How do you de-escalate the left's violence? The violence is here. How do you fight a bully? How do you get a bully to stop bullying you? That's a better question. So you just got to accept reality for what it is, the red pill. The reality is that the violence is already here. How do you de-escalate it? Well, I have my ideas. And I'm not worried about de-escalating. I'm going to meet them with twice as much legally, obviously. Thanks for tuning in. Mike Cernovich, DangerOnPlay.com, Guerrilla Mindset.